Welcome to Chaos Conjure,
the podcast where we navigate the complexities of being pagan in an Appalachian mountains.
This is Jay.
This is Dottie.
Fill your sippy cups.
Put on your grippy socks.
And grab your magic wands.
And we are recording. Hello and welcome to another episode of Chaos Conjuring. I'm Dottie.
I'm Jacinta. You can call me Jay. Maybe. It depends on how I feel that day.
Depends on who you are, too.
Yes, it depends on how I'm dressed and what I'm doing.
Fair enough. And it is finally spring.
But it's also 45 degrees and it's a little chill in the air.
It is a little chilly.
But it's beautiful outside. It's a crisp blue day until it falls below 20 degrees later.
Right. We got the dogwoods framed in the background. Like we're sitting on rocks. We're sitting in probably the most awkward spot.
I'm comfortable though.
Yeah.
I did find a comfortable spot.
So we found like the little bit of green in the city, the big city of Charleston.
Right. She says the little bit of green. You'll see us outside a little bit more because it's nice out now, and you'll see we actually have quite a bit of green. We're in a valley.
We are in a valley. And also there's a lot of overgrown buildings.
I wasn't trying to go there. Anyway, let's talk about what we're supposed to be talking about.
What we talking about?
The things going on in Charleston. Like this wonderful documentary that someone next to me started.
Yes. I am looking for fellow pagans to be a part of a documentary. I've got the form out on Metro Valley Pagan Pride Facebook group. I need to post it on my regular thing because there was like 3 or 4 people. I was like, I'm going to do a documentary. And everybody's like, oh, I'd like to pitch in. I'm like, oh shit, I need a way to organize people. So I made a Google Doc. Made a Google form.
Just so that you know, there might be people coming around behind us because we are outside.
Right.
And there may or may not be children involved or dogs.
Or the unhoused. Anyway, so we got some really beautiful dogwoods in the background. That's why we're sitting where we are. Did I already say that?
Yes. And it's funny that she repeats that because she's been talking about these dogwoods and she has lots of pictures of these dogwoods. And they are beautiful.
Yeah. So March just have to go sit in the, we could be in a creek. We could have been, out in the
woods. We could have been anywhere else right now today. But we are with the dogwoods.
I like the dogwoods.
Bark, bark. It's because she wants to go pet that dog.
It's actually a holy wood. Did you know the dogwood was a holy wood?
Yes.
It's said to be, obviously I'm a pagan, we're pagans. But the story I heard was Christian, that basically the dogwood was the tree that Jesus was crucified on.
Really?
Because back in the day, it grew strong and tall because it is one of the hardest hardwoods.
Yeah, it is.
Which is also part of why it's so small. But it was said to be giant, and once they crucified Jesus on it, it broke the heart of the dogwood. And so it never grew as big again. And if you look at the flower, you can see where it's got the crown of thorns in the center, and it makes the cross out of the leaves.
It does.
And on the ends of they're actually leaves. They're not really like a flower.
Right, and there's looks like little nail things.
Yeah.
Like little dots.
Yeah.
I learned something, y'all.
Yep. The 4 wounds of Jesus,
Nice.
My grandma told me that. There's some country magic for you. That's a little chaos.
Right. There you go. Okay, so back to this documentary. So you started filming at Ostera, right?
I did. Ostera, which is not really the traditional beginning of the year for pagans, but it is the first day of the astrological year.
Right.
So I figured also that's when the spring fever hits and I finally get over my sad and start going into a manic phase, and I happen to get the camera before, I got the camera the day before Ostara.
Yes.
Which is part of what happened. We had this one in the can, and between not using my phone anymore and moving to the camera and all the updates that you have to do to make the camera do the thing, I lost it. It was a wheel's eye.
It's okay though. It's okay because it gave us the opportunity to come outside on this beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
And be outside and see each other outside. Because normally we're cooped up. You know, normally we are at a function or sitting in the office or something like that, and we are outside.
Yeah, like the first two we did in
the office.
Yeah.
Like, well, not in the office, but in the office building.
In the office building. There was a conference room. That's part of why the audio was so hard to work with on the last one, because I need to get a nice mic, but that's once you start getting,
I'm gonna tell you,
you can spend a lot of money on gear real fast.
One of the things I plan on doing that I will be doing this weekend is getting a mic so I can go like this.
Like an actual mic. That would be so cool.
I'm getting one like this. So when she's doing her documentaries and I'm running around and she's videoing and she's taking pictures, I'm going to be like, and you are. And you are. I'm on it. I'm going to be the most annoying co-host that I can be. I'm on one today. I'm in a dress and I feel good. I feel great because it's new season.
Right.
It's spring. Things are birthing. Things are growing. Things are new and fresh. And I have a new job. And I feel great.
Tell us about the new job, because I think I'm kind of glad that we did lose it, because I think you were on the verge of rage.
Oh my
quitting.
gosh, I did rage quit, you guys, and I felt so bad until somebody explained to me that sometimes you just have to let the rage out, which is the chaos, right?
Right.
But so I was working. We will not name the company. I had a client. We cannot name that person. My client was entitled, is the best way that I can describe that, and things just came to a head.
Sick kid syndrome. I mean, I'm not saying that everybody who's been sick is like that, but definitely if you work in the nursing home field,
right? You
field,
have someone that gets treated a certain way when they don't feel well, and that's how we'll call it. When they don't feel well, they get treated a certain way, and it's basically spoiling them because they don't feel well, because you want them to feel good and to feel better. So what ends up happening is when they start feeling better, they still act like a spoiled kid.
Right. I think it's also...
then they expect for everyone else to treat them the same way that that family member treated them, or the hospital staff, where they were, whatever it is, whoever spoiled them. They expect everybody else to treat them that same way. I'm not built that way. I did not spoil my children. I do not spoil my grandkids. I do not spoil my lover. I spoil myself. And it's not that I'm mean or anything, but I'm real quick to tell people that my emotions are more important to me than yours are to, you know what I'm saying, to me. Not that yours aren't important, but they're just not as important to me as mine are.
All right, let's get to the new job.
Anyway, sorry, I was ranting. So I have this new job. So now I'm hiring caregivers and sending them out to places, which is kind of ironic, right?
Right.
But I know what I'm looking for. I've been a CNA half my life.
Yeah.
For like half my life. And so I know what I'm looking for. And I'm really excited, and I feel better. I feel healthier. I'm so much happier now. I'm just happier. It's springtime. It's new beginnings. And hey, I got one.
Winter was rough, and
winter was atrocious.
It was a hard winter, y'all. It was one of the hardest.
Winter was disrespectful.
It was a disrespect.
Winter was disrespectful.
It was just a disrespectful.
It had the nerve to be super cold.
Oh my God! Here in West Virginia,
shut the city down.
We had a proper West Virginia. That's the way it used to be every damn year.
We haven't had that in 20 years.
Yeah.
Not a real good shut this place down for 2 or 3 days in a row.
Well, yeah, people got snowed in their houses, and then just normal life crap is always turned up to 11 when normal life crap is turned up to 11 when it's 10 degrees outside.
Or lower, because it did lower a few times.
It got colder.
Oh, I'm so excited that it's springtime.
Yeah.
So excited that it's springtime.
I am.
Which brings me to something else.
What's that?
Spring cleaning.
Spring cleaning, yes, the topic of our conversation today.
Yes. I love your broadcaster voice. I can't do that. And I'm upset that I can't. I'm in practice.
Somebody said, I just can't do a jingle like you do. I'm like, just enunciate.
I am going to practice my jingle voice. It still doesn't sound the same amongst yours. Anyway, So we're I am in the process of spring cleaning because that's what we do.
Yeah.
Time.
I scrubbed my kitchen and my bathroom. I haven't properly done it, and I'm not trying not to be dirty. I'm not saying I'm dirty, but
there's
get
a
in there
difference.
Get in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like in the springtime. Well, let me not start with that. In the summertime, you're in and out, in and out, in and out. So you want everything to be clean, so you clean, but you're not like cleaning grout during the summertime. And in the wintertime, well, it's dark most of the time, so you can't see what color the grout is. You can't tell if it's dark. So you don't scrub it. You clean it enough to know that it's clean. Also, you're not in there scrubbing it white. Springtime comes and the sun comes out, and you can tell that the white grout isn't quite white. So you need it to be better and brighter. Right. So you're in there with a toothbrush on your hands and knees in between the towels.
Okay, I'm not that clean. I'm not that clean, I ain't gonna lie. But breaking out the vacuum,
it sounded good though.
It did. And now I gotta rethink my life.
Right. I did that to myself.
It happened. Look, dude, do not be shamed about your housekeeping skills. There's a reason that mine's not in the background of too many videos.
Mine's not gonna be in any of them. Not because the house is dirty. It's just she has the camera.
Fair enough.
So we be where she be at.
Fair enough. We're talking about so spring cleansing. Oh, also, and this is something you don't.
I'm not turning my back to her. It's just I'm on a rock.
The sun is right up our asshole.
It is. Literally.
I've been told that the sun shines out of my ass, but only by my husband. Everybody else thinks I only think it.
He can prove it.
I am not showing my ass.
I'm not trying to find out. But we'll take his word for it.
I've shown my ass on camera many a times, but never literally.
I have literally shown my ass on camera.
That's a story.
It is.
Okay,
but not today.
Not today.
Today we're talking about spring cleaning.
Okay, so what is your go-to, what do you usually do when you spring clean?
Okay, so as far as physical cleaning goes, it's the sweeping, the mopping, the dusting.
Right. No, I mean, of course, this is a chaos conjure. I don't mean that.
Right. But that's what I was saying. It's the dusting. House.
But also, that is a huge thing spiritually, getting the dirt physically out of your house.
And especially in hoodoo, the sweeping and the dust, that's a big deal.
Right. Floor wash.
Yes, absolutely. So I do make my own floor wash for the sake of understanding. I do call it Florida water, even though that's not what it is. It's a floor wash. But I do make my own, and I have some that is getting ready. So I'm excited.
That's cool.
So I have that going on, and so I normally spray that around and stuff just so I can feel better in the room itself. But then I get to cleansing. So right now, this year, because it switches up depending on how my winter was. This year I needed a whole lot of opening up, and being happier, being brighter. So this year I've literally been carrying around a mixture of eucalyptus and lemon oil. So that's been my sniffer go-to. And that's what I've been sniffing. That sounds so funny. I carry it around with me, and I'm sniffing it.
Does that help with sinus infections?
It does help with your sinuses.
Because I know it's about that time of the year, at least for me, my sinuses.
Right. So I literally did lemon zest, the shavings of a lemon. That's what lemon zest is, just
lemon shavings. Yeah. Shaved lemon.
So I did that the other night because I was having a moment. So I did that the other night. I did a whole lemon, so it's a whole white lemon now. I have to eat it. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it now. But it's a whole white lemon because I scraped all the yellow off of it.
Lemonade.
And I have some dried eucalyptus, and so I crushed it and I burnt it. And I was a little worried because sometimes the lemon and the eucalyptus
don't burn well.
They don't. Right. Sometimes things don't burn well when you mix them, and sometimes you get them and things just burn so big. Is the only way I can think of it. The smell is so
strong,
pungent.
Pungent.
I learned a new word this week. It's so pungent. And so, and it's only Tuesday. Go me.
Yay!
But, so the eucalyptus that I have, the last time I burnt it just by itself, it was very pungent and it made the entire apartment smell like eucalyptus. And then I opened the windows and I went to take the trash out and I was coming back from the trash can, and when I was like 2 feet away from the trash can, guess what I smelled? Eucalyptus. So I was a little concerned. But I did that and burnt it, and oh my gosh.
Just feel better.
Oh, I didn't finish cleaning because I was in there singing and dancing. You know, but I haven't I'm not gonna say sit. I haven't done that like all winter to just sing and dance and bounce around
in the
house.
Something to do with a new job too. Just
having
some of that stress off.
Yes, but it was like so cleansing for me.
Right.
And so that's been my thing. Normally I do like lavender.
Mm-hmm. It's not lavender. The lavender's more for calming though. Like,
but it is. But normally I'm bouncing off the walls.
Right.
Well, without having an outlet for the energy. Like it's just a chaotic bouncing off the walls.
That static buzzing.
Yes. And so I have to calm myself down. A lot of times I won't clean up because I'm buzzing too hard.
Right.
Like I have to bring myself down to a level where I can actually focus on what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
You've seen me. I bounce around. I don't sit still. You guys see that. And so yeah, it helps me focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I burn something different. But no, I went straight to the lemon and eucalyptus today. Like Spirit was like, this is what we're burning, and that's what I burned.
Get some energy. Yeah, I tell you, I think the first thing I did, like the moment that the weather was warm enough, I opened the windows.
Yes.
Let the air just cycle through.
Yeah.
But I think somebody put some dumb shit on me, which I want to do a whole video on that. That would be good for next one.
Yes.
We're gonna pick a topic and actually
protection.
And do like some research and come at you with some facts and figures and things that you can actually use in your everyday life. But we didn't have that energy today.
Yeah, let me not. We do have that energy today.
No, if I have to deal with you.
But the way we're feeling today is if we have to talk about protection, you're going to catch what that protection does. I'm just saying.
It would not hurt me at all to
today,
have first.
Today is an FAFO situation.
Right.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day.
It's too beautiful.
It's too beautiful. But yeah, no, like
for you
that's
to
what it's
FA and FO.
Right. Well, cleansing is always like the first thing I notice. Like if I'm doing a cleansing and I still feel funky,
something's wrong.
Something's wrong. So I start to look into that. But I think we did Mandy's incense. Mandy she runs Fake Clips. That's her baby.
And it's an amazing baby.
Oh my god. She makes the finest incense.
Hand rolled.
Yeah.
Hand dipped.
Hand dipped.
She makes it. It's hand dipped.
Yeah. So she hunts for quality. She takes real pride in her work, and it shows. It really shows. It's the only incense that I promote.
Right. And it's really funny because
so I used one of her sticks. She made a proprietary blend of Minfully Sage, and it's like a peppermint sage mix. So it's got that like
uplifting, cleansing kind of
grounding and simmering. After all, it will damage your house.
Yes, incense, sage,
and but like herbs. The bell is sound. It's not going to do that, and people aren't going to have the same reaction. The only thing is that it's loud. It is a lot. It is intentionally overstimulating. You're kind of banging your pots and pans to drive out the demons in the house. It's kind of it's a little. It can be a little hard on the nerves, but it works.
Yes.
It really works.
Yes. And song. I can't sing. I'm not gonna pretend like I can. But
I have a hard time singing with a band like that. Though.
One of the things that my grandmother, that I remember my grandmother doing, and my father did it too. Even though I'm pretty sure he didn't practice. But my grandmother would sing.
That's such a cool idea.
She would sing, and it would be like old gospel hymns.
Oh
Like
yeah,
old
there's
ones.
something deep in the something deep in the mountains.
Yes, and I used to listen. I still listen to it.
That's
I still
fair.
listen to it. So when
Something
I'm
beautiful.
doing,
I love
doing my
Amazing
regular
Grace.
cleansing, like my regular cleaning of the house, and that includes my cleansing of the house.
Right.
There are a lot of times that to cleanse the space and to cleanse like the energy in the house, I'll put gospel music on.
You know
Because
I get
Hoodoo
that.
in Hoodoo, the Bible is part of what we do. We use the Bible on a regular basis.
That's a very old Appalachian, because I remember my family talking about my great grandmother using the Bible in her magic too.
Yes.
The good old family Bible.
So yeah, I will put that on, and I'll blast it through the house for a little while,
Right.
and listen to it. I'm about to turn around. I'm turning around, you guys. I'm not going anywhere. But yeah,
Dude, you gotta keep moving. These rocks are stuck
I'm
right
in a
up.
good place on my rock, but I'm
I
gonna turn
gotta
around
shift
because
a
I
little
feel bad putting my back to her.
No, you're fine.
It doesn't matter. I feel bad.
Okay. Here, you want me to just? I'll switch over.
You gonna switch
sit
over?
Here we go. There you go. Just go. Yeah. And you can kind of sit right. This is a little pointy, but I figure it will keep your skirt in line. We don't have to. You can come.
Nope, stay right there. I can do this. I just gotta go this way.
All right, there we go. And you can just put your back to me. How's that?
See? There we have it.
I'll just look at the camera.
There we have it.
Oh, I actually, because I got Dottie the Psychic, my main channel.
Mm-hmm.
I started a cleansing script, and I just absolutely fell down a rabbit hole. I'm like, this will be super simple. I'll get all my friends involved.
Lies we tell ourselves.
Lies we tell ourselves. I think that script has been I pick it up and put it down. But I actually, at one point, I made a chart of, because I know a lot of people, especially pagans, we want to go by the elemental scale. I'm like, I need something different.
Sometimes, yes. Yeah. Yes.
White pagans. Anyway,
She said it, I didn't.
I say it, I don't care. But a lot of people, a lot of us do we use the pentagram system.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. But I thought that it was a little bit, limiting and a little, I like the pentagram system because, knowing what the element you're working with is important. You don't want to use fire to cleanse your house
Unless you need to burn that shit down.
and then you don't tell them that we told you so because we didn't. This is me telling you, don't do that. But no, but the chart.
Don't burn your house down. Plausible deniability.
So I made a chart. I made a chart about cleansing and how different types of energy, external energy, internal energy, space. What type of energy, an energy cleansing versus physical cleaning. And we talked about earlier, the floor, washing the floors and the windows and doing all your dishes up and getting all the literal
sweeping everything out of your house.
Right. I mean, that's very old school. You think about it. They probably wouldn't have thought of, the energy is attached to the darkness in the house, which is my case. Black dog fur. You literally see the shadows start to build in the corners of my house. I'm like, oh no, it's starting to look creepy. It's time to sweep. And then it's just Luther fur, and I know there's nothing wrong with it, but I gotta tell you, a pile of black dog fur gets real creepy looking
real quick.
Real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, my biggest issue here lately, when I was started cleansing, was I'm not on call, but I'm still getting calls, right?
Right.
But my biggest issue has been black fabric, because I have black fabric at the house.
Right.
And somewhere, I guess I was looking for something. I know I was looking for something in my closet, and I pulled a bag out that was full of fabric, and I knocked over this black bag, black trash bag that had all this different fabric in it.
Right.
And it was dark because I didn't want to turn the light on all the way, and so I'm throwing things back in the bag, and I forgot. I missed a big old piece of black fabric. And so I'm looking for shoes in my closet, and I'm throwing things, and of course in that I throw the fabric, and I'm rushing out the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave before it's daylight outside, and I get home when it's dark outside. So I go in my room, and I go in the dark, and I'm not thinking nothing of it. I turn around to go back out to take a shower, and I'm like, whoa, wait, what the hell is that?
What's in the corner?
What is that?
What are you doing in my
literally had thrown, I turned the light on my phone, because the dark thing was between me and the light to turn the light on. And I turned the light on my phone, and I turned it towards this thing, and the fabric was like smushed up against the wall where I had tossed it. And I was like, oh, no. So I got to light an incense. I got to saying prayer. I got to cleansing the whole room. It was fabric. But as soon as I seen it, the first thing I started doing was doing what I would do to cleanse the space. And so I'm going through like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then it's like, I get done, and I'm looking, and it's still there, and it hasn't moved, it hasn't shrunk, it has nothing. So I do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do it again. And I'm like, I
You don't
know
wanna
this
go over and
works.
touch it.
You feel me? Right. But I'm like, I know this works. I know that this is tried and true.
Right.
So that's when I turned the light on my phone, and it's fabric up against the wall. I was so embarrassed. And there was nobody there to say anything to me. I was so embarrassed. I didn't even go out there
Nobody
and tell
needed
Josie.
to know till you told
Like I'm
the
telling you
story.
now, right? Normally I go out to the living room. I'm like, Josie, you will not believe what the hell I just did. And I didn't even go tell Josie. This is the first. You guys are hearing it first, right here.
You know,
I'm still embarrassed.
I can't say I'd have done
Y'all
any
can't see
different.
me blush, but it's happening. I'm
I
still
can't say I'd have
embarrassed.
done any different. This is me not judging. Look at me not judge.
It's part of the chaos.
Yeah,
You get used to seeing the different things. The things that people call odd are not that odd. You know what I'm saying? For some of us. And you get used to seeing these things, and you know how to combat the majority of these things.
Right.
And so you don't, oh my gosh, what's going on? Help. You don't go into that. You immediately go into, I know I'm stronger than this. Let me get this done.
You know, that is one of those, like, I don't think we talk enough about, like, some of...
I literally like wash it out of my hair. And that's also part of my spring cleaning. You know what I'm saying? I will wash everything. I wash from head to toe. And I have special soap and herbs and oils and things that I do this with. You know?
Yeah.
And I wash from head to toe, and I wash everything out of my head. Like when I wash my hair, I'm washing everything out of my head. Washing my face, washing the negativity, what I've seen lately as I wash over my eyes, what I've said, what I've smelled. Because I'm constantly seeing, smelling, like it's a... I'm not schizophrenic. I have been tested. Okay? But it is, for me, it's there.
Right.
You know, I smell the cigars, the cigarettes, the burnt motor oil, the flowers, I smell those things, and I'm always like, did you smell that? Did you see that? And everybody's looking at me like, Dottie, thankfully, is like wearing wet, so I can say that to her, and she's like, whoa, let me go stand in this spot so I can figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
So it makes me feel validated.
And sometimes I will get like so I have seen plenty. Don't get me wrong. Just because that's not my primary. We've
Right.
gone off totally.
Yeah.
But like, you know what? That's another topic for another time.
Back to cleansing.
With cleansing, I actually had a chart. It was based off of like what kind of cleansing you need to do, and I got this idea actually from another YouTuber who sent me a video. She was doing, she's an astrologer. And Vagina Jenkins, and I can't remember it's Miss Lady or Lady Miss because I know somebody else who does one or the other, and I always get the dyslexia plus people named the same thing. It throws me for a loop. So I think it is the Lady Miss Vagina Jenkins. She's still here on YouTube. Anyway, she sent me this video that she did cleansings by your astrology, like finding your primary type of cleansing by element. And the example she gave made me stop and think about, different kind of cleansings require different things. Like one of the ones she said for air was to go and talk to a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. If you think about it, that would be like interpersonal cleansing.
Yes, it's the Lady Miss Vagina Jenkins.
The Lady Miss Vagina Jenkins.
Yes.
Oh, I got it right.
Yay.
Definitely check her out. She's one of the channels that's attached to ours.
Yes.
What was I saying?
Put my glasses on. So she sent you this thing
Yeah, she
about
sent me that
go
video.
talk to a friend if you're doing air.
Yeah, like using that as air, but like that kind of sparked this whole graph, and I want to try and get it out and put it up here, like maybe like right there. See if it gets up there or not.
We're gonna try.
Actually, I need to try it real quick. Let me check what.
Time check.
Time check. No.
Hi.
Oh, we're good. Okay, yeah, we still got like 20 minutes.
Okay. I need lotion. Oh, I'm so fancy. The wind is disrespectful, y'all. I was trying to shove my unders.
Hello, Crow. What do you know?
That's what it was. The crew wanted to see my unders.
So, the shit that makes you believe in the gods.
Absolutely.
So one time, back when I was like 18, and of course,
This is a cleansing thing.
no.
Oh. Back
No.
to cleansing.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll tell the Thor story later.
Yes.
Anyway,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
real quick, because you want to tell the other story. I bought this book when I was at the horror author con thing, and there's a book, and it's called Dark Faith, and it's literally stories of when people realize what they believe in, like Christians and everybody else. So I'm gonna have to pass that to you.
That sounds really cool.
We'll do a book review.
Woo! That's a whole episode right there.
We'll do a couple book reviews.
Heck yeah, I got this, one of my friends sent me a book that I still haven't completed. I'm sorry.
We won't talk about it. Back to
Sorry,
cleansing.
Jasmine. I will eventually read the book. I'm just bad at reading.
I read all the time. I've already read 10. I've read two of the 10 books that I bought, and reread another book in the process because I couldn't remember how it ended and I needed to know.
Fair enough. Cleansing. So spring cleaning. I think if you know, this is one of those 101 things. This really is like, if you're getting any magical practitioner,
Cleansing is definitely the first thing you do.
metaphysical practice, that's the word I'm looking for. Those are the crafting, yes. If you're getting into sort of the, craft. If you're getting into the craft, the freaking 101. It's like learning how to cast a protective circle, how to create boundaries.
Yes.
Healthy boundary
Yes.
building
And cleanse
cleansing.
your space.
Learning to wash thine
And
own
yourself.
ass.
Yes. Yes.
Because, think about it, like, even if you're doing good magic, if you leave that stuff, like, if you leave your magical tools just out there, half charged in your bedroom, that's one of the things, like, they tell you when you're first starting out, which I think
Put it in a box and keep your box closed.
Keep your box closed, yeah.
And then, hold on. The first magical tool that you have is you.
Right.
Okay? So if you're going to go and you're going to do some powerful, even if it's not really that powerful,
I don't know. The first
something
spell, man.
really nice.
Put your
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do something really nice and do something like an abundance and manifestation, that sort of thing, if you're going to call something to you, especially when it's like love and like a wealth type of thing, like if you need money for something, if you're not clean,
that gets into the magic.
then whatever it is you do is dirty. So if you're dirty and you're trying to do like a love thing, like you want love to come into you, not some, oh, I'm going after this specific person. We don't do love spells when people.
I personally
Okay.
don't believe there's no such thing as a
You
love spell.
shouldn't do that.
There's
True, but
attraction spells and
yes.
domination spells.
Yes. So don't dominate someone else. So, but if you're trying to attract someone for you, someone good for you, then you need to be clean. You know what I'm saying? If you're not clean when you do those types of spells to attract someone to love you and for you to love, you get a dirty kind of a love, which is not toxic, but it's not clean either. You get the right now person as opposed to the all the time, forever. My opinion. Cleanse yourself.
So
Cleanse thyself.
I think that souls fit together or they don't fit together, and you can fit together with more than one person. I believe.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
believe that a lot of times the lessons we need to learn are reflected in the people we're attracted to.
Yes.
We've gone off into love magic.
Yes, but back to the cleansing.
Back to the cleansing.
As far as the love thing goes with the cleansing, what I'm saying is that
and sinners, the other one.
Yes, but if you're dirty when you are doing the attraction of anything,
Oh yeah, you'll track
then
that.
what you get fits to you with the dirt in the way.
Oh, you know what? Here's another concept of dirt. Like we're not necessarily talking about. I think you should you should cleanse yourself. I do believe that you should take
physically
a shower
go in there and get soap in a rag and scrub your
butt.
butt.
But also, like it is as you are scrubbing, as you're cleaning yourself, you're imagining that water flow through you.
Yes, cleanse yourself spiritually is what I'm referring to when I say that you're dirty, and not that you need to go take a bath in because you stink and your butt's dirty.
I mean, that's a whole different magic on its own. Just look into like the whole Hindu.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, like I can't get that gross though. I can't.
Nasty.
I'm not judging them, but also
I can't get that dirty.
No intentions of like covering myself in corpse ash.
Although
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
I just had something go through my. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna way off topic.
Let's get our spirits cleansed. Our auras
like
cleansed.
It's about keeping your head straight too.
Yes, clear thoughts.
Right, and it's the first thing I do to if I have a client come in and they've got something on them, the first thing I do is I hand them. I've got the selenite wand, and I want you to imagine that your energy is coming from one side of your body, going through it, and coming back through. And as it comes through, I just want to imagine it's cleaner and lighter and brighter, so that I can then find where this usually other person has kind of hooked into him. I'm like, do you have a lot of neck pain? Do you have a lot of back pain? And I'm not sitting here saying that that's going to fix everything, because I think that we're not replacing medicine with
Definitely
magic.
not
We're
replacing
doing medicine
medical
with magic.
Yes.
You need the two together.
Yes.
I believe wholeheartedly in what I do. Obviously, I've made it my profession, but that doesn't mean that I don't believe in Western medicine.
Correct.
I do think I think magic will find a modality.
Yes.
Because I think we've all been in that space where something bad's about to happen. I feel it in the air, and it's waiting for some place to happen.
Yes.
Or something good too. And that's the thing, is you're trying to put good things in the air.
Right, and if you're clean, physically, spiritually, and mentally,
then you don't have to go through the fog.
You don't have to go through all the fog and the nastiness,
Right. And you can see more clearly if something is kind of in your space that is not meant to be there.
Clearly now, the rain is gone. But we can't sing on demand, right? We just can't sing. I can't sing.
We led a freaking protest. If that's not singing
out loud.
Right. That was the last episode. We took over a whole ass protest.
Yes, and you will hear us refer to that quite often for the next year or at least until we do it again.
I'm definitely telling that story. I'm going to be on my deathbed. There's one time we just walked up and they just, some assholes had put together a flyer and sent it out, and then they didn't show up.
Right.
That's abridged.
Yeah, I'm worried about my legs. My legs are ashy and they need to put lotion on them, and now I'll bring it attention so y'all can zoom in on my leg. Please don't.
I'm not going to zoom in. I'm the one editing. I'm not going to zoom in on your leg.
I'm just talking about the people that are watching us, the lots and lots of new followers and people that
all
watch
our new
us.
followers. So you can't see your leg right now.
Don't look at me. Look at my pretty dress.
If you want to show off your leg, I will show off your leg.
Don't show off my leg. My leg is ashy. It goes white down close to my foot. Look at that. Not that white is bad, but it's bad when you're brown.
and you go brown, Whitefoot. Y'all that know what I'm talking about. I need lotion. I got some in my bag. I'll be okay.
I think that, do we have any announcements we want to make?
We are ghost hunting. Well, not ghost hunting. That's not really what we're doing. We are investigating
Paranormal
different places. We are doing paranormal investigation. She's done this before. I'm new to this. We're going to drag a couple of people around with us because we're going to do this. We're also going to do this.
I would love to do that.
We're going to talk about this on the channel too, but not right now because we're talking about
what?
cleansing.
That would be
in
cool
springtime.
if you are a seasoned paranormal investigator or a newbie. Like, we need to find us a group to go. We know people who go ghost hunting.
We do, and we're going to start dragging. We're going to get some of these people together and drag them some places.
We might have some interesting.
And some of these people aren't familiar with West Virginia, so we're just going to take them someplace and be like, hey, come the hell on, and not tell them where we're going. Just tell them we're going, somewhere, and see if they pick up on something.
I have no idea what's going to happen, but it's going to be fun to edit.
That was my maniacal. I do plan on learning how to edit. I have to get a new computer, you guys. My computer, it works, but it's just not. I want a desktop.
Fair enough.
I
I miss having a laptop where I could just go, like, I could be out here and doing my thing, or go to like a coffee shop.
I have a laptop for work, and I love it, but I want a desktop.
Fair enough. You need something kind of hefty.
I want a
edit.
desktop.
Yeah. Like a gaming rig is what you need to do editing with, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of memory. It takes a lot of RAM. That's a very technical conversation. Definitely off topic now.
Guess what will be having to be cleansed regularly, because the stuff that will be going into it, we'll have to cleanse that too.
Really?
You can cleanse your cameras, you can cleanse your computers, you can cleanse your phones. Just because it's not a living, breathing something does not mean that you don't cleanse that too. So all you people out here are like, oh yeah, well, I cleansed myself. Cleanse your house, cleanse your car, cleanse your phone. You know what I'm saying? White light it, blue light it, selenite it. Amethyst works good. Fluorite, clear quartz.
It's funny that
those are the stones, because I'm a stone person.
So it's funny that you should say that, because I have told people, like, if I've told this to many, a fellow magician, a fellow mage, I'm like, you're a caster, and you're yelling and screaming at your tech.
Which means your tech is absorbing
putting a nasty charge on your own stuff.
Absolutely.
So a good way to start cleansing is to cleanse the way you speak. Cleanse the way you speak to yourself.
Yes.
Cleanse the way you speak to your camera. Like
to your other people.
To your other people. To your phone. To Siri. Which I know is Siri, but that to,
Alexa.
Google, whoever.
Yes.
To whoever just activated.
To Bixby if you have a Samsung.
To this.
Hey Bixby.
Play Phenomena. But no, seriously, like I my husband will testify. I told him to start. He works with mannequins because he's a first responder.
Yes.
So he's one of the first responder mannequins that hook up to stuff. And I was like, well, try being nice to them. Maybe they'll do what you ask them to.
Right.
Better.
Good. And that's the thing. A lot of cleansing.
Better.
Right. A lot of cleansing. What people don't realize, cleansing. If you are not, if you don't really understand how to do like the big cleanses, like with the stones and the herbs and the smells and the sounds and stuff. If you don't really know how to do it that way, just change the way you speak to yourself. Change the way you speak to the things around you, because the sound, the vibration of your voice has so much power.
That is true. And also a big part of what a cleansing is sort of taking dominion of that space.
Yes. It is.
When if you cleanse it, especially like speech and internal cleansing, like especially internal energies and stuff, like even in your house, when you're doing a cleansing in your house, so you got something going bump in the night.
The first thing you say is, "This is my house. You have to leave." And That's
You ain't
cleansing.
paying rent. Get the hell out.
You know what I'm saying? That's a cleansing.
You know,
and
I
they
have-
tell you, don't let people live rent free in your head. Cleansing. Cleansing.
Yeah.
Although,
And this is also
I'll
like-
rent the space in my head for a certain price. Just let me know, if you're interested.
Maybe I'm so interesting. I live free. I live free in a lot of people's heads.
Facts. But if you want to be in mine, we're charging.
I've found this out through the years. Like, oops, I'm sorry.
Some things you just can't cleanse. Sorry, I am interested in this and what's going on, but you know what I'm saying?
I think we're about
I'm
to
at
wrap
work
it up.
technically all the time because I'm on call now. The money's great. It's worth it.
You know what though? When you got a job that you can be on call, that's extra. But we're ready to wrap up anyway. We'll finish her. We'll edit this part out where she's working on this.
I'm done.
Okay.
We don't have to edit that part out unless she chooses to, but yeah, no. It's fine. I like my job.
So how do we want to round this out? Wash your ass.
Wash your spirit.
And make sure you wash them grippy socks. They're
Oh my
stiff.
gosh. I know, because we haven't even talked about it. We have drug you through so much in the past couple of episodes.
We need
that
to
your
go
grippy
back.
socks should really probably go through the wash.
No grippy socks
Twice.
done ran away
Twice,
from me.
y'all.
My
Put them
grippy
through
socks got
twice,
scared.
okay? And wash your cup. Your sippy cup is probably disgusting too. Wash that.
It has been about 3 months.
Wash it. Ew. Ew. Just go buy a new sippy cup. Just go buy a new sippy cup.
We gotta go back and listen to our intros and outros, see what we've said.
Put your magic wand away.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't tell you to get it out, you should have known that. You know us.
I mean, it is
Put
a
your magic
cleansing
wand
episode.
right. Put your magic wand away, or actually keep it out and go cleanse something.
I think this is the first episode that we really tackled a magical subject.
It is.
So
Well,
we're-
the first one we talked about being black in West Virginia and being a black pagan.
Yeah.
So we did kind of hit that because it was Black
Yeah,
History
I mean, we
Month.
did, like,
But
we-
the second one was all about protest.
What we talked about was like closed practices
Yes.
and being oath bound and things like
Yeah.
that, which was really cool. And then we kidnapped a senator
He's not a senator. He's a delegate.
delegate.
We did not kidnap.
We did not kidnap him.
not
We didn't actually kidnap
kidnap
him. He came of his own
a
volition
delegate.
and he left of his own volition.
He agreed to the chaos
that we conjured.
that we conjured. And hopefully he's still friends with us. We need to check in with him.
We do.
We need to check in with him.
Yeah. All right. Are we done?
We're done.
I put that down.
Look. I showed you what happened when you pet that dog. Didn't you get the video? Didn't you see Chanel? They got bit. They got bit and was like, I might need some stitches.
In a completely unrelated story.
Completely unrelated story. But it's about petting that dog that she's been told not to
I will
pet.
be the bitch who petted the bear.
It's okay, because I'd be taking pictures of it going, hold on, wait, hold it, I want to pet it too. So that's what happens when you're a pagan. You jump into shit wholeheartedly.
Please do not pet any bears or dogs
Unless it's
that
safe.
don't want to be petted.
Unless it's safe.
Consent is key.
Consent is key. Consent is key. Yes.
You know what though? We're talking about cleansing. Consent is key is a big part of like not picking up the shit in the first place.
Facts. We'll talk about that next episode.
Okay.
When we're doing protection.
I want to do a whole episode on there's no such thing as a love spell. That'll be the name of it, and we will just devolve into the dumbass shit
Yes.
that I've heard
so,
people doing.
Not sure which one's going to be next. It's either going to be there's no such thing as a love spell, or
Dealing with people's shit.
it's going to be protection.
Protection.
Because that's still dealing with people's shit.
It was a hard fucking winter, y'all.
It was horrible. I'm telling you, it was disrespectful.
Disrespectful.
As we sit out here in our coats
It's still
on
spring.
a spring day.
It's fucking beautiful, man. Like, March is usually when I start to feel better.
It took me till April.
Oh, I don't
It took me
blame
till
you.
April.
It took you a new job is what it took.
That too. Bye, y'all.
Oh, no. I'm not this old, I swear to God.
She is. She's 39.
Which one are you swearing to? I don't know. Is that how far over it is?
Is it over?
I think we're over. We're done.
This is Jay.
This is Dottie.
Thanks for watching Chaos Conjure.
Now empty out your sippy cup.
And pack away your wands.
Make it home before the moon rises.
And watch out for the knot, dear.